What's up guys, Ruppy here, bringing you another game for the Ion Pokemon League. I know it's been a little while, or maybe not if you've seen another video I kinda did recently. Actually, I'm recording this one first, believe it or not. I'm not certain what order these are going to go up in, especially since PAX West is this weekend, as when I am recording this one, and that's kind of throwing a whole bunch of stuff off. But anyway, my phone goes off in the distance. Anyway, this is no ordinary Ion Pokemon League game, however. This is my first group game for the Challenger Cup. Now, what is the Challenger Cup, you ask? Well, it's a tournament that the Ion Pokemon League holds once a year that starts, this year at least as far as how everything fell into place, it starts off as a round robin. We got 3 groups of 6. I am in the Gold Division, or the Gold Group. Then from there, the top 2 point scorers in each group, as well as 2 wild cards who did not place top 2 in their group, but have the most points regardless, will then move on to a single elimination tournament. What is the prize for winning the Challenger Cup, you ask? A guaranteed shot at the Ion Pokemon League World Championship at any point in time of the winner's choosing within the span of the next year. So, essentially, this is the Ion Pokemon League's version of Money in the Bank. Last year's winner is the current world champion now, Zero, who didn't even bother cashing it in. Go figure. That's not a shot at you, Zero. It's just, I just find it amusing that you didn't even feel, you had that in your back pocket the whole time, never even felt the need to cash it in. I'm actually relatively close to earning my very first world title shot points-wise without this, but having this in my back pocket would be nice. First things first, though, I gotta get through the group stages, and my very first group stage opponent? Oh, it's just some fellow by the name of Teslamouse. I'm sure that name rings a bell to quite a few of you. He, does battles on YouTube. He's very good, I will admit, at in the draft format, which, I mean, I've started showing off how much better I've been getting since the last time we played, which I challenged him to a draft format style battle, my Alvine Beacons against his Houston Raichus. That did not go so well for me. But this is the one thing about the Challenger Cup. All the battles are just straight singles, no gimmicks, etc. So, well, I'm going to show you the team I'm going to be bringing to this game because, oh right, I cannot show my party because I've kind of got my party all locked up for my PAX Pokemon League stuff. My bad. So, let's just move to this then. So, allow me to introduce my team to you that I'm using. First off, we have Duck.0, my Porygon 2. Different from a Porygon 2 that I usually run called Rubber Ducky. Why is my phone... Hang on a sec, guys. Sorry about the interruption. Kind of communicating with Tesla in the background on how we're doing this, because we were just trying to set up some agreement on what rules we're playing under, which I figured since we were doing Challenger Cup, just standard Ion rules, etc. So anyway, picking up where I left off. Duck.0, the Porygon 2. The Porygon 2 I normally run, and I'm quite proud of. I usually call Rubber Ducky. Duck.0 here is a more defensive set. I have my reasons. Toxic Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Recover. I am running Trace as the ability. Eviolite. Pretty basic stuff. Roadblock the Conkeldurr, which I've used in a previous team. I don't believe I recorded that battle, though. Drain Punch, Mach Punch, Ice Punch, and Knockoff. Assault Vest. I've got Guts. Basically, I'm trying to counter what Tesla is normally prone to bringing, which is Latios, Rotom Wash, and since Uber's Megas are actually allowed by the Ion Pokemon League, though, honestly, I'm used to it by now, so you're not going to hear me complaining, he has a habit of running Mega Salamence as well, and I think I'm prepared especially for that thing. Kara, my Bisharp. Yes, that is an Undertale reference to probably one of my favorite Undertale characters. I am part of the Kara Defense Squad. Bite me. Anyway, other than the name and the fact it's female, because, well, that's my headcanon for Kara. Take it up with me later if you want. But, otherwise, pretty standard set. Nothing really too special about that. Tough Tuss, my beloved Don fan, from pretty much any league team I run. This is my rock setter, this is my spinner, it's a defensive set, I got leftovers, sturdy, rapid spin, earthquake, stealth rock, and I'm running Ice Shard, specifically for the dragons he's probably prone to bringing. Speaking of which, since I did tell him that he could bring an Uber's Mega, I'm gonna bring an Uber of my own, since it is allowed. Greninja. I haven't used Greninja in forever, and I'm looking forward to using it again. Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, Hydro Pump, and that hidden power is Hidden Power Fire. Just in case he brings a Grass type. I've got something that doesn't take much from Ice Beam, but does not like fire, like a Steel type perhaps. And I got a Focus Sash on there, mostly again for Mega Salamence, but it basically allows Shinobi to take a hit and be able to move on from there. Also, rounding out my team, Queen Cloud, the Mega Altaria. And I'm running a bit of an interesting set here. I am running a special attacking set with Hyper Voice, Fire Blast, and Roost. However, in my last move slot, I decided to put Cotton Guard on there. Because I figure if I can get a +3 defense, even though I've got no defensive investment, Queen Cloud will be able to take some physical hits while basically picking off some of his things with its high-powered special attacks. So, that was the quick rundown of my Challenger Cup team, and as soon as Tesla is ready, we will jump into that battle. So, I will see you guys in just a moment. Alright, Tesla and I are all set to go. Got my music set, I know which team I'm bringing. Let's see if Lightning's gonna strike for me on the second attempt against the man who is currently the Ion Pokemon League Interregional Champion, and honestly at this point pretty much sitting on something akin to the Challenger Cup prize, considering how that belt works. In any event, good luck Tesla, and let's see how things play out for me this time around. Hopefully better, but we'll see for sure. And I had a feeling that thing was coming. I see you there, Mega Salamence. Yeah, but it's gotta be Mega Salamence. It's the only thing on his team that can be Mega. So, one Uber apiece sounds fair to me, even though the Ion Pokemon League does not believe in such tiers. Clefable, Klefki, Klefki, Entei, Raikou, and Starmie. So, rather interesting team he's got here. Got two of the legendary beasts. Klefki is going to get on my nerves to no end, I can already tell. Let's see, how do I begin? I would love to just simply begin with Tough Tuss and get my rocks up, but I could see him leading with I could see him leading with Starmie, predicting that. I need Shinobi's Focus Sash intact. Duck Point O, I would prefer not to take too much damage in case Mega Salamence hits the field. I think I'll lead with Roadblock, actually, and see what he leads with and go from there. I am actually a little surprised that he did not bring Rotom Wash or Latios, because they are among the Pokemon he tends to bring. But, even still, I am confident that my team will be able to prevail. So I'm going to lead with Roadblock, as he leads with Super Tesla. So he's leading with a Raikou. Fair enough. Considering this thing is shiny, I have a feeling he might be using the event one that's got, Aurasphere, is it? Yeah, I think that one does have Aurasphere, now that I think about it. So, how much you want to bet it's Assault Vest for Assault Vest? Let's find out. I can take a hit from this thing. He's gonna Volt Switch. So, Tesla's signature tactics right out of the gate, which is fine with me. Because now, unless he goes into Mega Salamence, I'm pretty much free to get a knockoff off on something. The Clefable. That's fine. I will get rid of whatever item this thing has at its disposal. Which is leftovers. Fair enough. So it has leftovers. I do not want to send in Shinobi. Kara would probably be a bad idea. Well, I wouldn't really appreciate taking a Moonblast, and I don't know if this thing's packing Flamethrower. I don't want to throw Shinobi's Focus Sash already. Donphan, probably not a great idea either. Nah. I'll just go Duck Point Oh then. Might as well see what ability this thing has, so I can figure out how to contend with this Clefable going forward. Duck Point Oh is going to trace Magic Guard, as expected. And he does Flamethrower, predicting the Bisharp. Fair enough. That's fine with me, because I got Porygon 2 in here now. Unfortunately, I cannot Toxic this thing, because of the fact that it's got Magic Guard. And I did not bring Tri-Attack. I was kind of going for coverage, really. So I'm gonna go ahead and T-Bolt and... okay, he's got Rocks up. And sorry, I got distracted from it. I just saw this giant spider crawling around my floor. Oh, as long as it stays away from my desk. I'll deal with it later. So, that T-Bolt did a decent chunk. He got his Rocks up, which I'm not the most concerned with. And the fact that I've revealed T-Bolt will prevent him from switching Starmie in. And I can probably get Donphan in here later and easily on Raikou for sure, and just spin those away. Okay, so the T-Bolt basically prevents him from bringing in Starmie or even Mega Salamence right now. So if he does switch here, he would probably switch maybe into... Entei's a possibility, so is Klefki. I'm just going to T-Bolt again. He is going to withdraw. I probably could have predicted that and gone for the Toxic, but into Entei. Okay, part of me was figuring he might go into the Klefki there, so Toxic would not have been a wise idea in that scenario. So he goes into Entei, which is probably Banded. I'm going to T-Bolt this thing, which does a fair amount of damage. Okay. I'm going to Toxic this thing. If he goes... There's the Sacred Fire. If he burns me, I am not really that concerned about it. Because of the fact... There's the burn. But since I traced the Magic Guard from Clefable, I am not as concerned about it. So, if he's Banded, he's locked into Sacred Fire now. And Sacred Fire should not be able to kill me from this range. So I feel comfortable going for a Recover here. There's another Sacred Fire. Barring a crit, he should not be able to take me out. Duck Point Oh is just barely going to live. I'm going to get the Recover off. So, happy days there. As Entei's going to take more Toxic damage. At this point, I'm expecting him to switch. Okay, how do I want to proceed here? Queen Cloud does have the Natural Cure if I switch that in. And I know I can take a Sacred Fire. What would he bring in on this thing? The only attacking move he has seen from me so far is Thunderbolt. So for all he knows, I might be packing Tri-Attack. I'm not, but he doesn't know that. I think I feel comfortable going into Queen Cloud. If he's gonna switch. I was gonna say, if he Sacred Fires again, before Mega Evolving, my Altaria does have... Okay, there's the Klefki. So, this Klefki, I have a feeling, just judging off of how he was kind of wording it before beforehand, that this thing might be packing Swagger. Play Rough would do a lot to me. Even if I'm Mega Evolve. He's either going to T-Wave me or Swagger me, I feel. I'm just going to go ahead and Mega Evolve and just try to Fire Blast this thing into Oblivion. If he Swaggers me, that's fine. If he T-Waves me, that's also fine. I can play around it. He's going to Sub! Okay. And I am luckily going to be able to hit my Fire Blast. So there is that at my disposal. And well, he might not, for all he knows, I might not even be a special attacking one, because physical ones do tend to carry Fire Blast as well, on the off, mostly for steel types. Okay. So I've revealed Fire Blast, either he switches here, or he's probably going to status me at this point, but that would kind of be a risky play. Fire Blast does not OHKO this thing, depending on how much special defense investment he's got, but it's not going to appreciate taking a Fire Blast. I think he's going to switch. Either into Entei expecting the Fire Blast, or Clefable is also an option. As much as I would love to get damage off on this thing by hyper voicing through its sub, I'm gonna Fire Blast again. Because as much as I would love to hit this thing with a hyper voice through its sub, I really can't. There's a Citrus Berry. I really cannot afford this thing having a sub up. I mean, if it gets lower on health, then maybe I'll feel a little more comfortable doing that. But basically, I'm just going to Fire Blast again. There's the T-Wave, so he finally goes ahead and statuses me. Alright, so Mega Altaria is paralyzed. I am going to connect with this Fire Blast. And that is not going to be enough to take it out. It cannot sub, though. That's the plus side here. It cannot sub me. It cannot sub. Now, if he has Play Rough, I'm expecting it here. He could alternatively Swagger me, but if he's got Play Rough, he reveals it here. And to that end, I think I'm actually going to bring Tough Tusks in now and get these rocks out of here. Queen Cloud can be preserved for later. So in comes Tough Tusks. I'm going to take Rock damage, which is going to break Sturdy. That's fine. There's the Swagger. So now this game begins. Which, honestly, it's fine. I am actually fine with this. I'm just going to go ahead and spin his rocks away. He's packing Foul Play, which is going to even crit me. But I am going to spin the rocks away. So, Sub T-Wave. His whole set is Sub T-Wave, Swagger, and Foul Play. That, honestly, I do not mind that. Because Foul Play is, even though I'm at +2, he's still not doing a whole lot to me. I'm just gonna Earthquake this thing. Why not? Might as well get rid of it so it's not causing trouble for me later. I can take that. Come on, Tough Tusks. Nope. Okay. So, I know I'm at +2. I got rid of the rocks, which is fine. I know Clefable is his rock setter. So how do I want to proceed here? I'm just gonna try and get my own rocks up actually now. I don't think he can kill me with a Foul Play from this range. No, he is gonna be able to kill me. So no rocks for me. It's unfortunate, but he still has Starmie as well. So it sucks losing it, but I've got rocks off my side of the field. He does have Prankster, that is a fact. But I'm gonna go into Roadblock. Because I can kill this thing. I know I'm not really gonna outspeed it, prioritize or anything, but I'm gonna go ahead and Mach Punch this thing. If it wants to Swagger me, it's free to. If it wants to T-Wave me, then he's playing the Guts game, which I don't think he wants to play. So honestly, he either switches to try to preserve this thing, especially since my Rocker's gone, or he Swaggers me. There's the Swagger. Actually, I wonder, does Swagger activate the Does Swagger I don't think Swagger activates Guts. No, it shouldn't. So I am going to be able to hit this Mach Punch, and that's going to get Klefki out of here. So good riddance, Klefki. Once I get Conkeldurr out of here, the confusion will be gone. But I am sitting at +2 right now. There's the Salamence. Hello, Salamence. The unfortunate thing here is that... Okay. So I have an... I'm actually going to go ahead and switch straight into Duck Point O, because I will trace this thing's Intimidate before it Mega Evolves, so that will put it at -1, which is already a plus. I am going to be taking burn damage, which is not going to be pleasant in the slightest. He's going to Mega Evolve now, which fine with me. If he D-Dance or no, which no, he just straight up goes for a return. Which, because of the -1, is not doing a whole hell of a lot. Alrighty. So. I'm just gonna Ice Beam. This return probably will take me out because of the burn damage, but that's fine. Because I do have an ace up my sleeve. And that ace's name is Shinobi. This is why getting rid of his rocks was actually very important, because I'm sitting on a Focus Sash Greninja right here. So he cannot take me out. I'm expecting him to switch, because unless he's running Jolly... Let's see, I'm running Timid. Yeah, I'm Timid, so even if he's Jolly, I outspeed him right now. Even if he's max speed. So, I'm honestly expecting him to switch. So, to that end, his most likely switch... I'm maybe not Starmie. I'm expecting... I'm going to Hydro Pump, because I'm expecting Clefable to come in. I figured he would switch, just because I am faster. He doesn't have any Dragon Dances up. There's the Clefable. Can I hit this Hydro Pump? Can I blast this thing? Come on. I am going to hit the Hydro Pump. Oh, and you are quite bulky. That is a problem. On the plus side, you do not have leftovers. On the downside, well, let me think for a moment. A second Hydro Pump can take this thing out. No, I gotta risk it. I cannot... And I do connect. And Clefable is gone. Thank God. I cannot have this Focus Sash broken. I cannot have this... I cannot lose this Sash. That Sash is the only way Greninja beats Mega Salamence if I let him get up a Dragon Dance. Okay. So it's 4v4 now, and you come back in. I am honestly expecting a Volt switch. I'm just gonna go into Queen Cloud. I feel he's gonna go. I feel the Volt switch is coming. Yep, there it is. Now that I think about it, this thing could, well, it is there is a possibility he could have scarfed that thing. I wouldn't think so. I feel like he would probably have assault as it. So he goes back into Mega Salamence. That is an interesting play. He might be able to kill me with a return from this range. That is a possibility. Alternatively, he could also Dragon Dance up. I'm just gonna straight up Hyper Voice. Yeah, he's just gonna straight up go for the return, which is gonna take Queen Cloud out. Okay. So... I do have Bisharp sitting around. I could dent this thing with a Sucker Punch. The question is, do I want to? Because the Salamence is still a potential problem. Starmie should go down to a... Well, let's see. Entei goes down to a Hydro Pump from Greninja. Starmie goes down to a Dark Pulse. Okay, this is a tough play here. If that Raikou is Assault-Vested... Not having my rocks is kind of a problem. Part of me almost feels like I have... That Volt-Switching Raikou is definitely an issue. I'm gonna go ahead and go into Shinobi. Because he's got no Dragon Dances up, my Focus Sash is still intact. Okay. So, my options here. I know I outspeed this thing, and I know my Sash is intact. He has a number of options he could do. I feel like the most likely would be switching into Raikou. I'm gonna Ice Beam regardless. If he switches Salamence out, that's fine. Because even if his Raikou is Assault Vested, it's not going to appreciate an Ice Beam from Protean Greninja. Okay, there goes the Salamence. Beyblade, he goes into Starmie. Which is fine. Are you Scarfed? Isn't that the interesting question of the day? Let's see. I would figure he would probably Hydro Pump. Well, what would he do, actually? I'm assuming he's probably got T-Bolt. If he's got it, he's probably going to use... Well, no, he can't even do that, because... You know what? I'm going to go into Roadblock. If he Psychics me, then good on him, but that would be a risky... Unless he Scarfed this thing, that would be a risky play, just because of Dark Pulse. He's just going to go for the safe Scald. No burn. I am actually kind of disappointed on that. Okay. So, options here. Well, he could Psychic me now, actually, if he's... Well, I think I saw a Life Orb on this thing. Would he go into Mega Salamence expecting... Okay. I'm gonna make a bit of a risk here. Well, would this risk pay off? Yeah, I'm just gonna knock off. He's got Size Shock, which is probably gonna take me out. Yes, it is. Okay. So, here's the scenario now. If he's running Scald instead, unless he burns me, I'm gonna go into Kara. I think he'll switch because a Sucker Punch is ridiculously obvious. Alternatively, there is also the likelihood I could just straight up... You know what? I'm gonna go for the Sword Stance. He does in fact Scald, so good on him. And he gets the burn. Ooh. Okay. I'm just gonna Sucker Punch now. If he switches, good on him. He's got Recover! Okay. So, I think I just went down. That good play on his part. I can't be mad about that one. So all I have left is Shinobi. My Focus Sash is intact. And... well, I know his Entei's got E-Speed, but Greninja... unless he's got a Scarf Raikou, my Greninja outspeeds everything. So I actually feel comfortable going for a Dark Pulse here. This Starmie is going to get blasted into oblivion. And I can definitely foresee Raikou coming out. Or Entei. Okay, interesting choice there. Well, he could simply be looking to E-Speed me. I've got a Hydro Pump here. Yep, there's the E-Speed. Which Greninja's going to be able to take. Hit this Hydro Pump, please. There's that. There goes Entei. So... the problem is, I think I still lost. Because Raikou can come in now. If it's Scarfed, it takes me out now for sure. If it's Assault Vest... nope, there's no way I win this game. Because even a crit Hydro Pump does not take him out. So I'm just going to click Hydro Pump. He is in fact Scarfed, so that was a moot point anyway. GG, Tesla. that was a great game. I can't even be mad. Great plays on both sides. Ignoring the existence of Swagger because it actually didn't play as much of a role as it could have. There was minimal hacks. I will take this loss because this is only the first game of my group. I still have 5... no, there's 6 people to a group. I still have 4 other games to play, and honestly, there's nothing stopping me from... well, other players could, but I don't have any plans on letting them stop me. Let's just put it that way. I still have 4 games left, and I don't have any plans on losing a single one of them. Will that happen? I'm not going to confidently state that it's going to happen. We'll just see how things play out. But you can bet that this is not going to set me back. I'm not going to fall out of the Challenge Cup that easily. So, thank you guys so very much for watching. Great game again, Tesla. I have been Ruppy, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.